everybody. We're back to talk a little NFL football.
Here's a recap.
We are in the heart
of the season.
Yeah. So we are going to do a little recap on Week 6, and then we'll do our preview and our picks for Week 7. So we'll jump right into it. Our recap of Week 6. Thursday night football was a barn burner. Really hard. Man. It was the Giants at New England. We knew
inexperienced Giants quarterback plus Bill Belichick coach defense. What do you get?
35-14. That's what you get. 35-14. So that was that one.
To be honest, he did show flashes.
Yeah, he's a young quarterback, and it's just you just gotta wait.
He's from the tree of Manning coaches. Let's just say that. Cutcliffe.
He is from the Cutcliffe tree of quarterbacks, which includes both Mannings. Yeah, so you never know. He might actually be good. Sunday, we'll jump right into our Sunday games. Carolina went to Tampa Bay, which
technically it's not. It was in London.
It was in London. That was 9:30 in the morning. So we got to watch a little 9:30 a.m. football, which was pretty fun. But Carolina, the score was 37-26 Carolina, but it was worse than that. Carolina.
It was worse than that. Yeah. The Buccaneers offense in particular.
Oh my goodness, Jameis Winston threw how many interceptions?
Uno,
not one,
dos,
not two,
tres,
not three,
cuatro,
not four, but
cinco.
5. He threw 5 interceptions, 5 turnovers.
Plus a fumble.
So he had 6 turnovers. Ooh, goodness gracious. Some people don't have that many for half the season. He's
a machine, dude, in that category.
When things start going bad, he tries to push harder, and it gets worse.
It gets worse.
6 turnovers. So Carolina with a backup quarterback
went 4-0.
And went 4-0, and actually lead their division now, don't they?
They're half a game back of New Orleans. A full game back of New Orleans.
Yeah. Because their backup quarterback's beating everybody. This is a year of the backup quarterback, I guess. Jumping on down, we had Seattle go to Cleveland. It was a little closer than what I thought. I figured Seattle would take care of them pretty easy. Cleveland won for a lot of it there, but Seattle was just too much at the end. Beat them 32-28.
I gotta say, they need a new coach in there. I can already tell it's not going to work.
The offensive system's not going to work for Cleveland, no.
Either Todd Monken, the other guy that was running one of Jameis Winston's offenses back there in Tampa Bay a couple years ago, or Freddie Kitchens himself.
I think Kitchens ran the offense last year, and the offense looked good. This year,
it's just sorted.
It's just not working.
But Seattle, on the other hand,
Seattle's always pretty good. Sometimes they're great. Sometimes they're but they're always pretty good.
Pete Carroll has a weird way of keeping
Pete Carroll's
Seahawks.
Like 92 years old. He's going to be out there in a hover round coaching the NFL teams because he's just that good. We had New Orleans go to Jacksonville. Man, that was a barn burner, 13-6. That was a defensive game.
Oh, yeah, but Teddy Bridgewater outplayed Minshew Mania.
Yep. Again, backup quarterback against backup quarterback.
Speaking of Jacksonville, they finally dealt away their star corner.
Yeah, Jalen Ramsey is now a Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey went to the Rams.
In order to make room for him, they had to ship off Marcus Peters to the Ravens.
Yeah, the Ravens need a good corner. I mean, that's what they've always said. But yeah, there was a lot of shifting going. You knew Ramsey wasn't going to stay in Jacksonville. I mean,
ever since he made that trade request.
Yeah, he made the trade request, and then the management made it public. So
that's their fault.
Well, that's their fault for that. Yeah. We had Tennessee go to Denver and
lay an egg.
I don't think. 0. They scored 0 points. That's an egg. I don't know what's happened.
Specifically, Marcus Mariota got benched.
Yeah.
For Ryan Tannehill.
At the end of it, and that didn't do any good either.
Didn't do it. Got shut out in Denver. I mean, there's very little to like about the offense right now.
No, now they got a great defense. I mean, they held Denver to 16 points, even though Tennessee wasn't on the field for like 3 minutes out of the whole game.
Somehow Denver decided to pull a retro performance out of their butts in that game. And they, I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Specifically of how they started the season off 0-4 and looked abysmal.
Well, they're probably still not going to make the playoffs. They're in too tough of a division. So,
although the Chargers are disappointing.
Yes, yeah, they are disappointing, and the Chiefs are sort of disappointing too. But we'll get to that. Speaking of disappointing, let's talk about my team.
Your Cowboys.
The Cowboys.
Remember when you said last week that
The
Remember
Cowboys.
when you said last week that
If they don't win, they're in real trouble. Well, guess what? They're in
lost?
real trouble. The
All
Jets got their first win against
Jets, Jets.
Oh, that one, the Big Al there. What's up, Big Al? Yeah, man, Dallas just stunk up the
First
bed.
W.
Yeah, they got the big. Man, their quarterback came back and looked like he'd been playing the whole year, didn't he? Sam Darnold. He just looked like he was out there last week.
The Jets' offense looks a bit more transformed.
Yes, it does. The whole team looks transformed with him back, and they got rid of the backup quarterback just as soon as Darnold came back. That's so sad for him. But
yeah.
hey, it's the business. It's the business. We had Pittsburgh go to the Chargers
And beat them. Technically, it wasn't a road game because all of the
there was
fans
more
of the
Steelers there in the
there.
crowd than there was of the Chargers. But man, the Chargers are one of my disappointing teams of the year. I really thought they would have a good year this year, and they're
shorted out a bit.
Yeah, they've only got 2 wins. That's not
The Steelers' defense suffocated them for most of the game.
And again, a third string, actually a fourth string,
A third string.
third string quarterback came in
there.
and mowed them down, son. I mean. Must have mowed them down. We had Houston. Speaking of disappointments, Houston went to Kansas City, and for the second week in a row,
Lost an Arrowhead.
Kansas City lost at
Huge
home.
question marks for the team right now.
Yep, huge question marks. Like, what the crap? what the
run defense and the defense as a whole.
Kansas City does not have a defense. Well, they do have a defense,
But it's just
but it's a bad defense.
It's terrible.
It's a terrible defense.
They can't stop anybody.
Oh, Kansas City's going to have to turn it around if they want
And
to
Patrick
compete.
Mahomes is playing on a bum ankle.
Yeah, yeah. He re-injured it that game from where he had injured it the other game. But I don't know. You just hope that Kansas City can pull it around. I would love to see Kansas City go deep into the playoffs in the AFC.
And not read.
And yeah.
And not read it up.
We had Washington at the Who Cares Bowl.
This is the Stinker Bowl, as we would like to call it.
Washington went to Miami, and it was 17-16. Miami just got a touchdown. Going to tie it. Decided, no, we're going to win it. And when I mean win it, I'm going to win the first pick in the draft. So they went for 2 and called a stupid play and lost 17-16. So they're right on track for that first pick in the draft again.
That's
you can snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. That's
a Dolphin specialty.
That's a Dolphin specialty. Yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised if that wasn't
Washington's only win.
Could be, yeah, because they're that bad too. The good thing is, I mean, there's like 4 teams this year that are just horrible. There's actually 4 good quarterbacks out there that's going to be coming up in the draft, so they all may win. We had Philadelphia go to Minnesota. Minnesota flexed a little bit there. Diggs went off. He got like 3 touchdowns.
He bazooka blasted their secondary.
And Cousins hadn't looked that good with Diggs. The rumors were they were fighting. Diggs didn't like him and blah, blah, blah.
You couldn't judge it by that game.
And then all of a sudden, I think they went out and had lunch or something and hugged it up. And, man, they tore up the Eagles.
Speaking of the Eagles, what the heck happened to your secondary? It's awful.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, they're the Eagles secondary.
Ranked amongst the worst in the NFL.
Their pass defense is non-existent either.
Well,
there's a lot of bad defenses in the league this year. There's a lot of bad defenses. But speaking of some good defenses, we had Cincinnati go to Baltimore. Baltimore's defense isn't what it used to be.
But it's still consistently their identity.
And Cincinnati's consistently their identity the same too. They lost 23-17, just like they always do.
Cincinnati has the dubious honor of being 0-6.
Yeah, I believe Miami and Cincinnati are vying for that first pick in the draft. So
the goal
do they
in
play
that
each
race,
other? We need to look it up and see if they play each other, because I mean we're gonna see if you can lose as much as I don't know. And this was another, not a shocker, but sort of a shocker. San Francisco is as good as they look.
They are legit.
They went to the Rams and
suffocated them
20-7. I mean, just snapped them.
Jared Goff only passing for 78 yards.
Yeah,
the lowest of his career.
Mm-hmm.
The defense only giving up a touchdown on the first drive and nothing else.
Nothing else. San Francisco's defense is for real. Their offense It's
Has
not
some-
spectacular. It's got some.
They
iffies.
rely on running game. Their running game, basically.
And their defense. Their defense is for real.
They are a stout group.
So it is 1995 again, 1996 again.
The San
1990
Francisco 49ers are a
for real.
playoff.
They're a playoff
contender.
team. They are. We had Atlanta go to Arizona, and that's so painful. That's so painful. Arizona was beating Atlanta pretty good the whole entire game, and Atlanta came back and threw a touchdown at the end to tie it and missed the extra point.
That's the most Atlanta thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, how many ways can you lose a game? I don't know. Atlanta's trying to pick out every single way that you can do it because they have lost. That's
Speaking
just,
of
that's
pass
just heartbreaking.
defense.
Heartbreaking.
Speaking of
There
pass
is no
defense.
pass defense there.
Atlanta's defense
There's
is
a
awful.
shortage of good safeties and DBs in the league, ain't they? And then our Monday Night Football had Detroit go to Green Bay.
A very controversial game.
Not for the refs, though. I mean, the refs played it perfectly. If you're a Packers fan. Well, the
my
Packers
goodness
Packers
gracious.
did win that one.
Although I
23 to
could
22.
argue that they were gifted a win by the officials.
But hey, they won. All again, it's a W. It's a W.
Raise your hand if you've seen Detroit get screwed by the refs.
How many times? I don't know. A lot. But that's it. That is our recap of Week 6. And sadly, folks, the price of all of this stuff that we do has gone up a little bit.
So we're going to have to put in a commercial.
We have to put in a commercial. So before we get to our picks for Week 7, listen for this message from our sponsor, and we'll be right back
After these messages.
after these messages. Just one message. We couldn't afford too many commercials. Just one commercial. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome everybody to Jameis Winston's Kitchen, where we specialize in turnovers. We've got cherry turnovers. Look at that.
Very
That's a
tasty in the middle.
Very, very tasty cherry turnover. We also have apple turnovers. Apple turnovers are one of my favorites. I do love
An apple a
turnovers.
day keeps the doctor away.
Sweet and sticky, but our specialty
Oh,
in
yes.
Jameis Winston Kitchen is football turnovers.
Yes,
We
football
love football turnovers.
Oh, yes.
We have interception turnovers. We
got
have
fumble turnovers.
turnovers. We have turnovers any way that you could possibly think of. Here, Austin, catch. Darn it! Happens every time.
Why does that happen every time?
Every time I throw it, somebody else catches it, except for the person that was supposed to catch it. But that's part of it. Be sure and catch up with us. We are on every Sunday. Sunday morning, Sunday night, sometimes Monday night, sometimes Thursday night. But Jameis Winston Kitchen is on every week, except for bye weeks. But be sure and catch up with us. Other than that, we will be back next time. Here. Oh, fumbled it. Dang it. See ya. Hey, we're
Hey.
back. I hope you enjoyed that commercial. Be sure and buy some stuff from them. Watch their show because they help us take care of our show.
Yes.
Here. They help take care of our show here. Anyways,
Yes.
we'll go ahead.
Anyways.
We'll go ahead and get into our picks for Week 7. Thursday night is a really good game. We got Kansas City going to Denver.
Mile High is always
Mile High
difficult.
Stadium. Kansas City is favored by 3. And I just cannot think that Kansas City loses 3 in a row.
If they do, they'll be in a pit of trouble.
They're in a pit of trouble. I'm going to pick Kansas City. I'm going to take Kansas City
I mean,
minus
how-
-3 on that one.
I don't see how you can lose to Denver after losing to Houston and Indianapolis.
No, And Denver's coming off of a win, so they feel a little good about themselves. It's prime pickings for Kansas City to go in there and win, because Denver's not a great team anyway. So we're going to go with Kansas City on that one. And this one's a little confusing. We got the Chargers going to Tennessee. Tennessee's favored. I'm not for sure. Tennessee's favored by 2. It's a 2-4 team versus a 2-4 team, and both of them just can't find their offense. So I really don't know.
It depends on who wins the battle with the offenses.
Yeah.
If the Chargers continue to short out and the Tennessee running game gets going, then the Titans win.
Yeah, I think, honestly, just because they're at home, I probably would pick them and their running game. But, really, 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 really close game. Really, really, really close game. We got New Orleans going to Chicago.
That
That's
should be
a
an interesting game.
Really good game. We have the 5-1 New Orleans at the 3-2 Chicago. Chicago's favored by 3. Chicago's at home, which basically means it's a pick'em game.
Yep, Khalil Mack's there on the defense, but their offense is non-existent.
No, that first round pick in the draft.
Oh yeah, well Mitchell Trubisky, you picked him ahead of Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, who? Ahead of who?
Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson.
Ow, man, if you're a Bears fan, that's gotta suck.
That is
Suck.
brutal.
That is brutal. I'm honestly probably New Orleans is on a roll right now, so I'm going to go with New Orleans. They've won how many in a row now? 4 in a row with their backup quarterback.
Without Drew Brees, they're on a. They're doing better than I thought they would.
Thought they would too. Man, when Drew Brees comes back healthy,
they're going to be dangerous.
We got Philly going to Dallas.
This has to be the epic must win for your boys.
Philly's been looking bad. Dallas has been looking bad. But both of them are tied for first place in the division. So whoever wins this is leading the division.
The NFC East has always been an anomaly when it comes to divisions.
Yeah, Dallas is favored by 3. Of course I'm going to pick Dallas because I'm a Dallas fan.
And Philadelphia's secondary stinks.
Yeah, so Dallas should be able to pass on them if Coop can come back healthy. Gallup's back now, so you got Gallup and Coop. So I'm gonna think that Dallas can pass on them and can win that one. We got the Rams going to Atlanta.
With the new addition of Jalen Ramsey to their defense,
I'm gonna pick the Rams. The Falcons will find some way to lose this.
The Falcons, they will. I guarantee.
Yeah.
Okay, just pick one way. Pick one of these 3 ways Atlanta's gonna lose: choke a lead, miss an extra point, or turn the ball over in a key moment.
I'm gonna take C. I will take C. Turn the ball over. What is turn the ball over in a key moment? That's what I'll take. We got Miami going to Buffalo. Blowout of the week. Buffalo will
smother.
They will.
Specifically, the defense will smother them.
Yeah, that's a double-digit win. We got Jacksonville going to Cincinnati. I'll go with Minshew Mania on that one. Cincinnati's not even trying to win right now.
They're clearly tanking.
Yeah. We got Minnesota going to Detroit.
That's going to be enticing. Especially with how Detroit felt after last week. They're going to pull out all the stops.
Yeah. If Minnesota's got it together like
Kirk
they
Cousins
showed.
needs to play more consistent.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to show that he has a connection with his wide receivers, and he makes sure he limits the mistakes.
Mm-hmm. I'm probably gonna go with Minnesota though. At Detroit, I think
because Detroit's Detroit.
Yeah, they're probably gonna lose. We got Oakland at Green Bay. Going to go with Green Bay on that one. Should be a fairly easy win, I think, 6 to 7 points.
But if Oakland, well, I don't know. How do you feel about Oakland this year? I mean,
I don't know. Do you know? I don't know.
They could beat teams like Chicago and Indianapolis, and they could lose to a team like Cincinnati.
Exactly. I don't know. That's why I'm not. Do you think Carr can go up there and beat Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay?
If they do, then the Raiders may have
They may have a case, but until that happens, I'm going to pick Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
We got Houston at Indy. Good game. That should be a good game. This is an even pick. This is a pick'em game. There is no points. It's even.
Indianapolis has to win this game in order to draw even with Houston right now.
Houston,
So,
I'm probably going to go with Houston.
You're going with Houston? I mean,
Deshaun Watson's been getting a little hotter lately, and Hopkins is Hopkins.
And of course you got J.J. Watt on the other side.
J.J. Watt's one of my favorite players in all of football. I'm not a Texas fan, but I'm a J.J. Watt fan. He is
mad respect for what you did for Houston, for the Houston area during the Hurricane Harvey, man.
Mm-hmm. We got Arizona going to the Giants. I don't know.
That's going to be a pick'em game.
That's a pick'em. I picked the Giants just because the Giants are at home. San Francisco at Washington. Really?
Is that really a contest?
That's a 10-point game.
San Francisco's going to run and smother the Washington Redskins, despite their baseball team doing much better at the moment.
Yes. How about them Nats? We got San Francisco going to Washington, and then last we had Baltimore at Seattle.
That is going to be an interesting game.
Seattle's actually favored by 3.5, but I'm not. I'm going Baltimore.
You're going Baltimore. You're
going
going Lamar
Baltimore.
Jackson.
I'm going to go Lamar Jackson. He's still not proven to me completely, but they just picked up a new safety too.
They picked up Marcus Peters.
Who's going to be out there trying to prove some stuff too? So I'm going to go with Baltimore.
Over Russell Wilson and the Seahawks.
Yes, I do. Yes, Seattle's coming off of a couple big wins. It's time for that letdown game. And Monday Night Football, another barn burner. New England at the Jets, and this is actually, this would have been a 25-point game a week ago, but now that Sam Darnold's back, New England's only favored by 10. I mean, 10's a lot, but still, New England's only favored by 10.
Oh yeah, that's a. I know a Big L. We speak for everyone in this room, being the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
Jets. Beat the Pats.
Yeah. New England's going to win it. I mean, it'd be tough for the Jets to jump back to that.
But remember the motto.
Beat the Pats. Well, that's it. That's all of the football, the NFL football anyways, for this week. We hope
Send us down a thought.
We hope you liked the show. We hope you liked our commercial. It was fun. Just leave us a comment below. Tell us what you think about our stupidity.
Hit the groovy
Hit
baby
the like button, the share button, the groovy baby button. Share us with your friends and
somewhere
everything.
on my face.
Yeah, somewhere with our. Other than that, we will be back.
See you next week.